Charlie is a very spirited child, very persuasive and sassy. She can be quite stubborn sometimes. But I think the more the movie progresses, I think the more she becomes more nicer because she knows people care about her.
And so what was it about Charlie that you were really looking forward to playing?
The sassy side of her. And I get to be like sassy without getting told off. And I could like shout and that was really fun.
And you started acting at such a young age. Was it about 3 years of age, you were starting to ask your mum if you could pursue acting?
It was 2 I started asking, but I actually started at 5. And kind of from there I got my first role pretty quickly. And then my mum was my agent for a bit. And then when I started to get more stuff, she put me with an actual agent. And that's when I started getting the bigger things.
You seem so natural at it and so comfortable on screen. Are you ever nervous bringing these characters to life?
Depends on the scene, because there's some sad scenes in the film which sometimes I found difficult, because sometimes you can have an emotional scene and then maybe the ones before that weren't that bad. So it's just the build up and having to, usually before I did an emotional scene, I'd have like a 15-minute break to get me into the moment. But I think they were the most difficult ones to do. Other than that, I absolutely love doing the fun and happy ones.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Charlie has this really beautiful connection to plants and to pumpkins, it's sort of funny when you say it out loud to think that there can be that kind of connection. But why do you think it is that Charlie has that ability to feel what the plants are feeling and that means so much to her?
I think it's her personality and what she's been through. Because if you think she hasn't got, she didn't have parents, she didn't think anyone cared about her. So when she had plants, she felt like she had someone there with her who she felt, and I think that made her feel comfortable, and I think that's how she kind of grew as a person.
And much like on a film set, like we see you with Golda, with Nick Frost as well, this almost family atmosphere gets created behind the scenes too. When you're working with actors like that are so experienced and so high caliber, what did you learn just being around them and watching the way they worked?
I think I really learned the natural acting and the different styles of acting, because if you look at Golda, Rosheuvel and Nick Frost, they've total different types of acting. One's comedy and funny, the other one's quite natural. And my mum was a massive fan of Bridgerton and Queen Charlotte. It was when she met her, my mum was trying to keep it in. But I think it really taught me how acting works. And that was the biggest thing I've ever been on. So being able to go back loads of days and really get to know the cast was really fun, because in other ones I'm only there for maybe at least 1 or 2 weeks, but that's the most I've ever been. So when I got to go that was 7 weeks, it was being with new people. Mostly every day I'd meet someone new. It was really fun.
This film is lovely because it has this really great connection between the cast, between Charlie, between the other characters on screen, of course. That title, Grow, is there any significance to it?
When I get interviewed, I always say that grow, it's not just talking about, of course, growing a pumpkin. It's talking about the relationships in the movie grow. Charlie and Aunt Dinah grow as a person. And I think it's just more about family bonds. I think that title is such a good and smart title, even though it's only 4 letters. Is it 4?
Yep.
Yes, 4 letters. It really means something.
Yeah, and in Australia, we're going to get to see this as our new year kicks off, setting into 2026. What do you hope that it brings to people, particularly at that time of year where, we're imagining what the year might be like, maybe thinking about ways we'd like to grow? How do you hope it helps people shape the year?
I hope it helps them see that they don't need to be, no one has to be the same, and that you can make new friends all the time, doesn't matter where you are, and that even when environments change, you don't need to change your personality.